I hate
All
everything.
right, we're unmuted. We're good.
Are we starting now?
Yeah, we're live. We're already live.
Louise. Oh my gosh.
We're
All right,
the
well,
highest
welcome to
professionals.
another episode of Dice Droppers, where a bunch of friends spend a little bit of time playing Dungeons and Dragons while Luke attempts to not allow his dice to fall on the floor.
Hey,
I am
you
your
dropped one.
Dungeon Master, Lawson Barter, and along here we have our wonderful friends, Luke Barter and his friends, whatever.
At least
Luke
you
and
remembered my name. At least you remembered my name. Ha!
Anyway, last we left off, our adventurers journeyed to the city of Kyrovex, which is one of the most well-known outposts of the Kingdom of Jatara. Upon their arrival, they were escorted by one of the captains of the city to a individual that many have deemed as one of the fiercest commanders in all of the land. Her name goes by Commander Louisa Stormbreaker, and during their time and interaction with her, they spoke with her a little bit more about the golden dragon egg, which they had obtained in their previous city. As the conversation conversed, it was then found that the guild leader by the name of Maya had fallen, and Captain Dorn had then taken her place as being the leader of the Silver Falcons, not Eagles, Falcons. During which he had sent a letter over to the city of Kyrovex to Commander Louisa, letting her know that these group of adventurers would be taking this golden egg to the capital city of Jatara in place of the other members of the Silver Falcons. After their conversation, the party then went to a few different locations within the city. They went to the Dancing Basilisk, which was a local tavern filled with music, ale, and dancing. The two owners were halflings by the name of Finril and Vinril, or Finn and Vin for short. They had a great time there, and there was some dagger throwing. Unfortunately, Sailfell got a little hit a couple times, and then they decided to go over across the street to a magic shop known as Embers and Ashes, where the shopkeeper and owner, Archer Troth, greeted them with pleasure and also curiosity. Eva, being the more ambitious one, decided to look for a specific book upstairs and found the book and the history of fire. Upon opening the book, she discovered that there was a family tree with an individual that all of them knew, which was Cairo Anton. So, we now pick up where you guys are all still in the magic shop, and right now, Eva, you are on the second floor, which is right above. There's like a little bit of a indoor balcony that oversees over the top onto the first floor. So it's kind of like the second floor only takes up about half of the second floor of the shop. And then there's like an open space where it's like a higher up ceiling, and there's a little little balcony that like kind of overlooks the bottom there. So you guys are all in Embers and Ashes, a wonderful magic shop that is now here, and Archer Troth is still standing before you and welcoming you to his wonderful place of business. What do you guys do?
How deep is is each floor? Like how big is the floor plan?
It's not extremely large. The width of the actual shop itself is what is really large. It's not as much forward. So when you walk in, there's probably huge aisles that go down towards the right, probably like 3 or 4, but they're very long. And then towards the back, you have the staircase that goes up at the top stairs that has just a shelf of different books, probably only like 2-3 shelves that are long, and one of them riding across the wall.
Okay. I'd like to take Archer down
Mhm.
one of the hallways and ask him about the various pieces that he would he would think that would be interesting to someone of nimble fingers.
Someone in nimble fingers.
Someone of
So,
nimble.
I thought you
so
said nimble
you're
thinkers, and I was like, "Oh, are you calling yourself dumb?"
you're looking
Into
for
your
something
face.
that's piquing your interest. I see. Well, I can tell you that there are different magic items that I have here, and some that are a bargain. But what specifically are you looking for and to utilize?
As we're walking down the hallway, I'd like to have him follow me and just like start poking at different ones.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Rings, cloaks, boots, anything.
Yeah, we have plenty of rings here. We have rings. We got boots. We got scrolls. And he's flipping through everything, and there's a couple different potions that are standing there too. There's a couple pieces of I wouldn't say completed armor sets, but there's a couple like shoulder plates, and there's some wristbands, armbands, and there's a lot of different miscellaneous small little trinkets there too. Um, he does say, I typically don't have, things just small that are on this aisle. They're actually over here, and there's like a where the register is, and where he typically sits in his little booth area. He has drawers that are filled with them, but he goes, but those are ones I'm happy to show you over there if you'd like. And he escorts you back over towards the front.
Don't move. How far are we? Like far enough away from the others that I'd be able to have a hushed conversation.
Say so.
Okay, I'll say you're one of magical means. Do you have
He-
any information on dragons?
Hmm. Well, yes. I do have some information on dragons, but for a small fee, of course.
Just a simple question, and I'll take out a little handful of about like 3 or 4 gold pieces and just roll them in my hand and say, "How long does it take for a dragon egg to hatch?"
You see, as his hands like kind of twist and flicker and everything, and just one gold piece just goes flying past over towards the register. Upon which you hear like a little clink, and then a few other coins that are piling up, and then a bunch are headed your way, and it's actually 8 silver.
It kind of like catches my like ring finger a little bit on the way out. Just drop it
Well,
back.
must have that certainly did not hurt, my friend. But I can definitely tell you in terms of dragon eggs. Yes, well, dragons, and you hear it as like you see his finger pop up, and where actually you are, Eva, you see a book just kind of like magically glow and almost like this like aura of red begin to fly up into the air and slowly make its way down and float right in front of where he is currently standing. So, Salithil, you see the book that's just levitating in front of him, and as it opens up, the pages just begin to flip. And he goes, dragon eggs, yes. So there are a lot of different kinds. So what specifically? We got chromatic dragons. We have metallic dragons. Which ones are you specifically looking for? It definitely depends on the environment and who's holding it, and also too, what type of egg it is.
I'll roll a gold coin across my finger and just gesture with it.
I'm assuming that's gold, correct?
Gold dragon.
Right. Well,
It's fool's gold.
it's definitely depends on this. And then he just kind of flips through the couple pages and he goes, right here, gold dragon eggs. So studies show that given the environment that it's in, the eggs need to be kept at a specific temperature, and if they remain nestled in an environment that has allowed them to be warm for a long period of time. Usually it takes about, I would say, 2 years for a dragon egg to hatch. Roughly. Sometimes it takes a little bit less, but I would say probably 2 years, it says here in this book. And you see on the front of the book, it's just like a dragon head, but it's just very generic. It's leather spining, not something that there's no distinguishable markings on the book either.
Okay. While this is happening, I'm like kind of like skimming through the book that I just found. Is there anything else, like, because I just saw his name and I'm like freaking out, so I'm trying to like see if I find
so
anything.
You're skimming through the book, and as you're like looking and skimming, the wording is not showing up on the pages. So like you'll see like different names that'll appear real quick, but it's almost kind of like water printed in a way. And you hear a voice from below, and you hear him call out and saying, "If you'd like to purchase the book or want information about it does come with a little bit of a cost, my friend."
Okay, so I'm gonna go. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! And I'm gonna like start like sprinting downstairs, and then on like the last step, I'm just gonna fucking trip.
As you trip and fall, this red aura just kind of catches you, and you see as he like just slowly pushes his hand up, and you just are now upright. He goes, "Watch your step, my friend. I got you."
This book, and I like hold up the Book of Fire. How much?
Ah, the Book of Fire. Well, that is is definitely one of the most rare books, I would say. Let me go over here and see how much we have noted down here. And he walks over like behind his little, booth area. Let's see. Well, let's see. For this one, typically because it's more rare than one of the. It's actually the first edition copy, and I haven't received one since then. It runs me about 38 gold pieces for that one. Is there anything specific, and I can maybe flip through it for you for a small fee? Or if something does pique your interest and you don't have the money, there are other means that I am happy to offer you that you could use for your choosing. You're happy to do a loan, which you'd have to pay back per interest per day, or maybe you can go on a mission for me for something that's, I wouldn't say too valuable, and just a simple request that I might need to obtain something. There's also another contract here, which I wouldn't say it would be worth this type of request, but typically it's a no questions asked contract, and I can redeem it whenever I choose. The choice is yours.
Can I say she likes the quills and feathers all around? And in Thieves' Cant, I want it to mean bump up the price. She likes books.
That's such an asshole move.
He smiles at
such an
you.
asshole.
He smiles at you and says,
God, if I could speak
the sun rises and the sun sets every day, and it's a consistent thing that happens no matter what. Which basically means, like, I'm not gonna rise the price; it's gonna stay the same.
I'm gonna go. Wait, I think it's Aura who's holding on to the like huge bag of money right now, or is it? Oh God, I'm gonna forget everyone's characters' names.
Indeed, it is I.
Aura.
It's literally in Discord. It literally says it right there.
It does.
I know. I forgot that we did that.
Welcome to a peek behind the curtain, folks.
It's so that way we don't forget, but I forgot that we did that. So I'm going to go over to Aura and then ask her, like, is there any way that you could lend me the money? It's really important. And as I like say that, I'm going to just open the cover and show her that it has Cairo Anton's face and name on it.
Aura looks at it like,
yeah, it shows for a brief moment and then it goes away, but you definitely see it for a moment.
okay.
I promise I'll pay you back. Next time we get paid, I'll pay
You were going to help me with the book from earlier, so it's fine. I got you this time. I had him like 3 platinum which is like 30 gold pieces, right?
Which is perfect because I have 8 gold pieces.
Broke.
Shut up! What do you have? Like 2 gold
You
pieces?
guys hand it over, and he goes,
Me like 30
wonderful doing business with you. And you see as the book is like again like pushed with this aura of red, and then it just lands nicely in your hands. It's not a thick book; it's probably about like this big, so it's maybe like 1 or 2 inches in width. So it's not a very long book.
Can I read it now?
And when you open it, I mean all the text is there, everything you see is there. So it's going to take you some time to read because some of the wording in there isn't necessarily in common.
Is it in Infernal?
There are, as you're flipping through the pages, you
I
don't know some of the writing that's on here. So I would say that one of them is Infernal. One of
I
them
can speak
is
that.
Abyssal,
I
and
know
then
that
another one. And then another one is in Elvish, and then another one is in Uncommon, and then one other one is in Celestial.
Okay, as long as Chris can speak Celestial and Fabs can speak Uncommon, we're gonna break the game here.
Uncommon
The fuck is Celestial?
for my rarity.
Well, I know you can speak Elvish, so we're good on that. I just was hoping that
That's
you
an
could also.
assumption and racist.
Can you though?
Oh, since the elf can speak Elvish.
I can't.
That's like the human not being
not
able to speak
because
Common.
I'm-
Come on.
So we have Celestial, Abyssal. What was it? The
Celestial, Abyssal, Infernal, Undercommon.
Infernal, Undercommon, and then there is Common in there, and then also Dragon.
Oh, nope.
I just want to make sure I noted everything that was on there. I'm pretty sure.
You said Infernal, Infernal, Celestial, Abyssal, Common, Undercommon, Elvish,
Dragon,
and Dragon.
and Elvish. Yep, Elvish is on there too.
Okay, I'm gonna start reading the parts I do understand.
What do you speak?
I speak Common and Infernal.
Okay. All right. So give me 1 second.
Get ready to learn some fire spells.
There are no spells in this book.
I know.
It's just the history of fire.
You
I
bought
know.
it.
I was just wondering if maybe it could make my spell more powerful or something. I don't know. I also know that it has info on him, but I was hoping it might also have
Okay.
spells.
So the first you read it in terms of common. So you're reading about the history of fire, and you're learning that in this realm. Just read what you've read so far, and it's going to take you some time. It's probably going to take you a short rest to kind of get through a chapter.
Okay.
Because it is going to take some time to read that. But what you're reading in terms of just the first few sentences is that fire was a gift from the dragons to the humanoids. So fire originated in this land as a gift from the dragons. You'll learn more information later, but the family hierarchy is definitely something. The first family that was given the gift of this fire was the Anton family,
Okay.
which is why their family tree or name is in it. Okay.
Can I take a look at some of the rings that he offered before?
Sure.
And
Yeah,
I'll join
absolutely.
you.
I wish
So-
I could buy more, but I can't because I'm broke
Yeah, no worries. So
and in debt.
there are definitely a lot of rings. He pulls out, I would probably say, 5 or 6 different rings. They're just all scattered. All of them are looking different. So there's one that's green, black, yellow, orange. They're all different colors, but to you guys, they're just rings. So there's a few of them that are on the table. He goes, these are ones that I have that I would think would perk your interest. But again, it's going to cost you a little bit, I would say. But there are other options besides just price.
I'm interested in a favor, but favors can be a little bit more than we bargained for. If I'm going to help you kill a dragon at the drop of a hat, I want to make sure I'm getting something that is worth killing the dragon. Does that make sense?
Well, I would certainly hope that, you would think that depending on the fee is going to depend on the favor. But again, I would never purposely put you in harm's way. But again, this is something that, a favor is redeemable, whatever I choose. So the choice is yours.
Well, enlighten me, shopkeep. What am I going to be risking my life for? What are these
depends.
in front of me?
The contract's pretty standard. I would probably say that, for an individual such as yourself, for a ring, I would say it's going to be not a large, not a small favor either, but definitely something that, you would have to do. And it's no questions asked.
Well, then show me these rings. Let me see what I'm going to be selling my favor for.
So there's a few ones that he shows you. There is a ring. Give me 1 second. Gotta grab. Let's see if I have it here. Yeah, I do. I do have the book. I do have the book down here.
We're a shopping episode, guys. How fun is it?
Well, the green one does.
Those are the best episodes. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
How many viewers we got? 3?
4. Oh, less. They dropped
Right.
They heard it was a shop episode, and they're like,
Magic shops are always like so much fun to run in D&D.
yeah. But not a lot of people like watching it.
Fighting's always more fun, no matter what.
Well, I mean, yeah.
All right, but it's really cool because, like, I mean, the way I like to do it is obviously the. Okay, cool. All right, so roll a D10 for me, Babs.
10.
Yes.
3.
Do I as well?
If you want to look at them, yeah.
Yeah. 5.
All right. All right. So. Oh, this is sweet. Okay. Rolled a 3 first, correct? Okay, so you grab the you grab this like red ring that's like sitting again, like he's in his little booth, and you grab it, and as you're looking in and examining, he goes, a ring of resistance. This one is a ring of fire resistance. So it's a ring of fire resistance. It is a rare ring and requires attunement. And let's see what the cost would be for it.
5,000 platinum pieces.
Definitely going to be up there, I would say.
It's a rare item.
Not for that much, but
300 gold pieces.
Probably.
Yeah. So for this one, he's gonna say. All right, so that is gonna be. No, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be that much. These are pretty. I would say they're rare. So he looks at you and goes, usually these things cost around 6,000 gold pieces, but this one costs 5,000. Quite a deal over here, wouldn't you say?
I kind of guessed it, to be honest.
What a steal.
I imagine quite a deal, but I'd also imagine quite a favor. How often do favors come by?
Favors, let's see. And then you see all of a sudden that like a little parchment paper comes, out of the drawer over him, and it's doesn't say much. It just says, in this contract, you agree that he will give you this ring, but it is a favor So this contract is binding as a favor, at which point is redeemable at any time of his choosing. And the favor is something that's a no questions asked. So you need to complete the favor. If you decide not to complete the favor, then the item will be returned. And in addition to that, you will have to pay the double the amount of what the item costs. And if you can't, then it has interest on top of it.
That's 10,000 gold pieces. I don't know about all that.
Sounds like an insurance scam, to be honest.
But
We're trying to reach you about your car's
here's the
extended
thing.
warranty.
On the flip side, though, the favor could be anything, but you would have to complete the favor, but you wouldn't have to pay. So he really is kind of, giving you a little bit of a deal here. For a ring, I would say that this favor wouldn't be too much in terms of life-threatening ways, but typically the favors I've had before are obtaining specific items throughout this realm that are, I would say, pique my interest.
An insight check.
Go for it. Yeah.
-3.
5.
From what he's saying, he's telling the truth. If someone would like to aid you, you can definitely roll again.
They don't know I'm doing it though, would they?
I'm reading my book. I'm not paying attention.
I'm twiddling through the clothing section.
I'll help him.
Okay.
This contract's like, it can go either way.
6.
Better.
You get the sense he's telling the truth.
Is anybody strictly opposed to me taking this? I kind of like this a lot. I like rings. They're shiny.
It's just
No
a favor.
objections.
How bad could it be?
If you're willing to risk your life for a ring,
Can I?
good luck.
Can I take my signet ring and like place it on the edge of the contract and like press it in?
Yeah. Yeah, so you sign the contract, and then he actually says, "Oh, we don't need to worry about your signet ring." And then you look over, and there's like a small little pin, and you just need to like a little bit of your blood.
Binding.
I'm gonna slap out my dagger, poke it with my dagger instead of the pin that he gives me, and then just scribble over my name in the blood. Like not even writing my name, just scribbling. Over.
That was unnecessary, but all right, sounds great.
God. You really
see
are a rebel.
So you see as the contract then immediately turns really quick, almost kind of like blinds that are launched up in from a window, and it is sealed then, and it's really pretty. You see as this red aura that's kind of glowing begins to fold and move over itself almost like a thread, and it ties into a bow, and then at which point you see it sear in, and the contract is now bound completely.
Oh, great. That's going to come back to bite us in the ass.
The contract then goes back behind him and goes, "The ring is yours, my friend."
I'm gonna go look at.
So add a ring of fire resistance to your inventory.
I'm gonna look at Eva, and I'm just gonna slide it on my middle finger.
I didn't think you were stupid enough to buy a ring that cost you your life and then put it on the wrong finger.
No, it's not gonna cost me my life. It's gonna cost us all of our lives, and I think that's much more worthwhile.
It does require attunement, so you will have to do a short rest to attune to it. All right.
More
So
called
just letting you know.
an investment into a future adventure. You know?
When we go into the fire plane, I'm gonna be laughing.
Watch us never encounter a red dragon or go into the fire plane.
I mean, you did roll well for it. So then he turns to you, Aura, and then goes, and then you rolled a 5, correct?
Yep.
So it's
Oh, you
same
rolled a
cost,
5.
same cost, except for this is a ring of lightning resistance.
Nah, I think I'll be fine.
Always welcome to look at other items.
And I will. Is there any like boot section? Like actual
There
like
is a boot.
apparel?
There is a boot section. It's on the main floor. You walk over and there's like different like armor bands. There's only 2 sets of boots. So the ones that you see, I'll have you roll a d6 for me.
I love rolling.
I know. I like rolling for magic shops because it makes it more interesting because it's really kind of it allows you to figure everything out.
It's 4. My favorite number.
Okay. All right. So there were 2 sets of boots. The boots that pique your interest are boots of speed. So these boots are just kind of sitting on top, and you see almost what appears to be like, not wings, but it just looks kind of almost like paladin feathers that would be like on a helmet, but they're just very small, but they're on each side of the boots.
I like these. What's
right,
the color scheme for these little ones?
Well, for the color scheme for these, and he looks over at them, and they're brown. They're not any specific crazy color. He goes, but if you'd like, I can customize them into a specific color for you. Again, small fee, of course, but I'm happy to do it.
Right? How much?
Well, it would be 4,000 gold pieces, but again, and he pulls over like another contract that comes down.
Come on, you get to sell your soul for character creation. It's the best.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Thank you very much. Get a cheap item like me.
I am loving this.
Just get a cheap item like me, and then don't look back.
I want to push that button, though.
You didn't even buy your cheap item.
I know.
That's true.
I said just get a cheap item. I didn't say I bought it.
I tell you what. If you would like, there is a mission that I need some help with that I do believe that you would be able to help me with in return for these boots. And once the mission is complete, the boots will appear in front of you.
And the mission?
You gotta agree to it first, and then you see as like
What kind of crap is that?
the boots come over and they sit in front of his little, I would say probably front desk, booth area where he is. And as the boots sit down, you see that there is a parchment that says like help needed, and he expresses to you that on the coast of the Restless Mountains, there have been issues with hill giants. A gnome that lives out there, who is the one who's created these boots, currently sent this over to me, and he's a dear friend, is having an issue with some creatures that are currently ransacking the farms and injuring other cattle and other livestock that live out there. Being as his area is filled with gnomes and they are not as large people, they have determined that the other day that it is hill giants that are over there that are dealing with all of these things. So You head over there, you destroy the hill giants, the boots are yours.
What do I know about hill giants? Other than they're
Roll
big?
a history check for me.
Do I hear this?
You're pretty-
'Cause I
you're
was
pretty
about to say the
educated,
same
Aura.
thing.
Very.
And I would say you two, Eva. You can roll a history check on that as well.
Oh, that was a good roll.
I'm actually really good at history. 18.
I also rolled an 18.
Lovely.
Wow.
Okay.
Ha, we're a couple of nerds, right?
Why don't you go get more information? I'm just risking my life for something I don't even know. Information about your next type nerd.
I don't even know what this ring does.
Okay, so what you do know about hill giants is really just the fact that they're very territorial. They're not easily ones to compromise or let people persuade them into doing things. However, they are very dull creatures. They're not smart, and they take what's theirs. I wouldn't say they're territorial as much as they are confrontational. So you do know those things about them, both of you.
Okay.
So what, are we gonna go?
They typically travel in packs as well, usually around 2 or 3, sometimes more depending on how close they are to where they're dwelling. But in this case, you know that the Restless Mountains has numerous creatures that live within the different parts of the mountains. So you're not sure exactly if, depending on how many of these hill giants are actually over there.
I'm gonna look at Aura and I'm gonna be like, I've read a little bit about hill giants. Do you think that we would be able to handle them?
Yeah,
Or-
you probably could. As long as they're smart about it, because they're not very bright.
And
Or-
Have you ever met
I
a hill
also
giant?
added it. I also added it to the map, guys, as well. So it's like it's a pink circle that's on the map of where this mission would currently be located. So it's like on the edge of the Restless Mountains on the right side, in between the hills of Giant's Bane.
Mm.
So what do
so
y'all think?
So Aura, do you think that maybe we might be able to trick them then, or do you think that it would have to come down to fighting? Because I have only read about them. Have you ever met one?
I have not met one in person either. No.
Well,
I'd say it's up to you.
you did fancy like psychic like illusion stuff before, right? Like talking to the guard.
That's true, but I don't know if I can trick a whole group of people.
Well, if I've learned anything is if you can trick one, you can trick a whole group. Whole groups are usually easier.
Sure.
Especially if they're dumb, like you say.
Still, it's up to Aura.
I think we can.
Yeah, let's go drop off the errand for like your book club, and then we go get her some magic boots. It's fine.
I like to think that at this point, Salafil would also stick a piece of gum in his mouth. that just sounds so like what his character would.
So, Karst, what are you doing at this point?
I'm flipping through the clothes,
Playing
kind
with
of
his balls.
just looking through, browsing the wares over there. I'm waiting for Arker to stop to finish up his business with the group before I grab his attention, though.
He finds a magical thong and is just staring at it.
So, is this something that you would like to do in terms of a mission to receive this item?
Oh, yeah, Arker. Since I was just a wee lad, I always wanted to be able to do one thing in particular, And I just don't think it's in the cards for me, but, we're at a magic shop, so why not ask? I've always wanted to teleport, Not too far, nothing, just something flashy, something maybe like in the shadows kind of thing. But hey, you're the magic shop clerk. You tell me. Can we do
God,
it?
if
Can
the
we make
ring
this
was
happen?
5,000 gold pieces.
Shut up!
He's thinking to himself, and he's kind of looking at it, and for a moment you just see as he closes his eyes, and the red aura goes all around him, and his eyes, as they open, begin to glow and kind of like a low red, almost kind of like emberish type. And he takes a moment and goes, well, don't have anything on me that would necessarily teleport anyone. But if you would be interested in learning a little bit more of how to do that, I know that there are different schools of magic in Dotara that might allow you to it. It would take some time. You would need to be able to utilize magic, which, I don't know you that well, but if you are interested in learning how to teleport or anything, that might suffice. But again, it's up to you.
Where you mean
I did have. You could learn how to teleport.
I could teleport.
Not. You could teleport. Ooh. You would have to go to a magic school for it. It would take time and learning, and I wouldn't say it would be
do I overhear this
short-term thing? Happening? Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn to Carson. I'm gonna be like, well, I was only a trainee there, but I actually learned most of my magic in Dratara from the schools of magic with the Silver Falcons. So I think that's actually something you could do if you wanted to.
Oh God, everyone's books.
And
hey,
you know the people that you could get me in, right? Because I don't have a good GPA. I don't think
I think we call it a CPA, casting point average.
No, my CPA is shit, man.
That's my CPA is shit.
The public schools in the wastelands just not doing well.
I know I could possibly put in a good word for you. And do I remember like the name of the head of my school? Because we didn't talk about this.
You don't know if the individual that you're thinking of still is there, because you had done it so long ago, and the individual was extremely old. So you don't know if they're still alive or not. But you have graduated from there. So being as that this is your almost kind of alma mater, you would, for lack of a better term, you could probably go in and. You have a pretty decent reputation now that you've made lieutenant status and you're making your way up, that they might, nudge you in the right direction. Plus, you also have a hunch that, the guild leader, Dorn, would be able to put in a good word too. So you do get that sense that you could probably make this work.
Eva, come on.
You know what?
Throw me a bone here.
Karst, I think that you're going to be able to teleport.
Nailed it. All right. I didn't even have to sign a contract.
Yeah, look at this dumbass over here.
I'm just it's still on that thing. I'm just wiggling. I've got a ring. I got a freaking ring.
Maybe if you traveled and read a little bit more, you wouldn't have to keep selling your soul.
You think I want to read? That's boring.
Well, I wouldn't say he sold his soul as much as he sold a free favor to me, or he owes me a lot of money.
So you're telling me that you didn't even read the contract?
If you explain the contract, why do I need to read it? Reading's boring. This is why it's way more fun.
He made me... Chris, you just made me drop my die.
Yes. That's a drop.
That's how stupid you are. That's how stupid his character is. He made me drop my... I literally, I went like this on my desk and I
just think
slammed
it's
it.
funny
And
how
it just
we're
fell.
playing virtually. He's not physically near you. You're in your room by yourself, and yet you are blaming him for
Yeah,
dropping
because he was
your
stupid.
die on the floor.
He's stupid.
I would disagree.
Right. Anyway, as per usual fashion, I got the cool thing. Books got a book. Karst was quiet, and Clouds is finding us cool things to do in the future. What do we do next?
Indeed.
What? That didn't
Is there
make
anything else
any
I can
sense.
help? Is there anything else I can help with at all, or? It is getting a little bit late. I do have to close shop in the next probably 10 to 15 minutes.
Could you tell us maybe? Wait, do we already know the location of the hill giants?
He told us.
Okay,
You
then
literally
never
told you.
mind.
But
I was paying attention.
you haven't agreed to the doing the mission yet.
Oh, I thought he did.
No, because it's still in the air. Clouds hasn't decided yet.
Oh, okay.
It's still in the air. I'm doing it.
Oh, you're doing it?
Yeah.
You're agreeing to? Okay. So you look over, he just hands you the parchment paper. He goes,
I'm
if you
reading
could,
it.
he's like, I have plenty of other copies of this. If you decide to do that, the boots are yours.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. All right.
No, but
Let's do this. Oh yeah.
So you're not obliged to do it. You don't have to. He does say that, I'll send him a note and let him know that I sent another group of members. What do you guys call yourselves? Just so it would be easier for me when I scribe this over to him.
Sailorville swords.
I'm gonna kill you. None of us use swords.
No.
It's
Literally
ironic.
none of us. Not even you. Not even you use swords.
I do.
Not even you.
Sword. I use a short sword.
I thought you used daggers.
I use a short sword and a dagger. Those are my
All
two.
right.
Okay.
So those of you who are watching this stream, I will give you the opportunity for some ideas of what you want to name the adventuring party. If it's anything that I like, before if any of these four come up with an idea, then they have to run with it.
How about the knowledgeable Nellies, except for Sailorthel?
The Nimbuses.
I don't want to be a
So?
Nelly.
Nimbus. It's a Nimbus 2000.
Did anyone name anything yet?
Yup, Eva sucks is the first one I see.
Did you type that?
No, I didn't.
No,
Dungeon
that was
Bolt.
the dungeon master.
That's funny.
That's the first name.
like, we have a
That's our
winner.
name.
Well, it looks like we have a winner so far.
No. How about? I'm just gonna do.
You can just sign your name of each of you if that makes it a little bit easier.
Please.
All right, so he just signs like, okay, group of four, and we have Aura, Eva, Karst, and Sailorthel signed.
No.
Sailorville's
And it-
sword.
And you see as just this parchment. It's very small. He then puts it. He walks over to there's a small window, puts it in a raven, and then a little boot of where the raven is, and then the raven flies off.
Yay. Oh yeah. Do you still have health potions?
Health potions, yeah, of course I have health potions. Are you kidding me? How many do you need?
I would like to buy half of one with whoever wants to buy it.
How much do one cost? That should be the real question.
It's 50 gold pieces for one health potion.
Yeah.
I would like to buy half of one for
We'll
whoever.
buy two.
Half the health potion.
I don't have
You're
enough.
buying 2 health potions.
Yeah.
All right, that'll be 100 gold pieces.
All right. Give him 10 platinum.
Jesus.
Okay. Cool. He takes it over. And he's like, a pleasure doing business with you.
It's been great.
Big
I
man.
feel poorer,
Big man.
but in rich in spirit.
Karst.
Talking to me?
Yes, sir. You have at least 13 gold pieces.
Well, my character sheet says 95, but I think that's wrong.
It may not be.
Sounds like a bigger number than 13.
Just use the money. He doesn't have to know.
Here, you want to count them?
1, 2, 3. Somewhere along the line, DM makes a decision, and final number. God, how many does he have?
I think it's at least 13. How much do I have? I actually did want to follow up on that.
I'm checking actually right now.
I
Right,
know
right.
I only
Remember, right?
started with 10, and I spent.
I know I
Yeah,
didn't start with a lot, but
zero.
on D&D Beyond I have 95, and I don't know where it came from. At least I don't remember.
I started with a lot, actually.
I started with 10 gold pieces.
For
that
Drew,
was
I started with a lot of money.
I started with like.
Yeah, why?
12,
Why did you start with so much money as a?
A better
You're not even
background.
in civilization.
So,
He's got the rich bitch
better
background.
than you guys. Yeah.
I'm a noble. He's a super noble.
Are you actually a noble?
Yeah, that's why I have like a ring.
So yes, you do
You
have
have a signet
95
ring.
gold pieces.
You just
You do have
bought that.
95
Oh.
gold pieces.
That is a
I have here in my notes that when you decided to go on the excursion and kind of do your thing, from your background and the members of the people that you were surrounded by, they all shipped in and helped you with that. So that was a
Touching.
gift for you.
Touching, truly.
Oh.
So you definitely have that. That was the most big way I could have put that without
Yeah,
giving
very
away too much of
vague.
your backstory.
I have no idea. All you said was his friends gave him money. That was basically it.
Big man,
I got 13. What do you want?
may I borrow it so I can buy a health potion?
Can you borrow it? You're
Why
gonna
don't
give
you
it
just
back?
sign another contract?
Yes.
Can I give him a contract?
13 gold, you can have a contract. Go fuck yourself.
Well, if you'd like to give your friend a contract, here's one that's really nice. And then he pulls out, it's the favor one.
Oh, yeah. Sale, I'll give it to you if you sign a contract. You could do the dagger thing again.
I'll let you.
Wait, can we make sure that he's not signing another contract with this guy?
You see at the top of the contract that it originally stated with Arker and his name on there, but now it's changed to Karst. So it really would be
It's just crossed
Really
out.
would
It's
be
not even like
Karst.
magically changed.
That is great.
no, it was magically changed. It's changed.
I
to your
hope it's
name.
like, go get me a sandwich or something.
No, it's
Or-
a favor one. So anything
Yeah.
you want, he has
Oh,
to
yeah.
do it. He has to do it, or else he pays you double the amount of gold that he borrowed from you, and on top of that, it's interest per day.
Ooh,
Chris,
all right, Sale.
Fabs, you got to do it for the content.
Sale.
You got to do it for the content.
13 gold, 13 big ones, mind you. One favor. Just one. Just a little favor. What is it? I don't know. But a favor.
You hit me in the face really hard.
Well, it's a favor. I can't do something to you. You'd have to hit me in the face, if anything.
You could ask him to hit himself in the face.
That's an idea. That's why we pay you the big bucks.
Give me the 13 gold and I'll sign it for you, Karst. You're much less likely to screw me over.
That's a deal. And I'll hand it to him, but I'm gonna keep my hand on it until he signs, because I don't trust that little guy.
I'll keep your hand and then I'll give like a.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you Naruto, summoning jutsu'd it.
Yeah, just,
Pleasure doing business with you. Always want to start a
So
business.
you do sign it in blood, and then it does the same thing, but the aura is now in like a radiant, glowing gold energy, and Karst, it lands perfectly in your like side. I would say probably like you have a belt, which a couple little spots where you can like put different items if you're choosing a little pouch, and it lands perfectly in there.
I'm gonna point at both of them and say, now I both own you. Now both of you own my soul. So if I die, you'll fight over it in custody. And I'm gonna buy a health
We'll
potion.
fight over it.
Oh my god.
All right, so add a health potion to your inventory.
Okay.
This is
I lose 13.
one heck of a session. So far.
Archer, is looking around and goes, "All right, well, I do have to close shop as I do have to do my rounds and has been open all day. But really appreciate my place of this, and we'll look at come back whenever you'd like. Thank you for my daggers and ashes." And then at which point, you guys are all looking at each other, and it's just slowly dissipating into ashes. It goes through the keyhole of the front door, and all four of you are standing outside of the shop, and the lights are all off. The door is locked, and you guys are now outside in the streets. It is late at night at this point, around 8 o'clock. There are not many city folk that are roaming about, but across the street at the Dancing Basilisk, you hear a lot of crowd shouting,
Oh my god, of course.
and people singing and dancing, and it's a joyous time. As you're all four of you are standing there, you hear a voice from above. Ah, finally, you four. All right. It's been a while, but looking for you four. And you see as a individual jumps down and lands in front of you. He is a humanoid wearing what appears to be black clothing. He has a very slim helmet that looks to be in like different types of pieces with a black hood up. His eyes are currently glowing, and almost like just like a white glow. Across his chest, he has 6 daggers that go across it. A pendant that is currently on there. That is like a silver pendant, but it's like just like black kind of like smudge stuff. He has a quiver filled with these black arrows, and the feathers on the edges of them appear to be like almost needle-like sharp, and has a sheath sword that appears to be jagged, but the sheath is jagged as well. He has little needles that go across his different gauntlet bands, and is wearing, pretty stealthy like attire. The cloak's at the bottom towards his feet. You see that there's blood stains. You see that there's it's like ripped in some pieces, singed. There's been some fire singes, beat up at the bottom of it. And he looks at it and goes, "Oh, I've been looking for you four. So why don't we make this easy? Just give me what I'm looking for, and I'll go."
Sure, the bathhouse is down the street.
Who are you?
This one's funny. Well, what do you mean, who am I? That doesn't really matter this right now. I just
think
want
it
the
does.
item, and I'll be on my way.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think you do, considering everything that you put my boss through. And you hear as like a couple other footsteps begin to kind of move, and they're not surrounding you, but they're looking in the opposite direction of the alleyways. And there's 4 other individuals that are looking in the opposite way.
So there's
He goes,
5 total.
5 total, correct.
Okay.
I don't think you really understand. You see, and you seeing as he's beginning to walk around and just kind of pacing back and forth. As he's doing this, he has a dagger that's probably about maybe 4 or 5 inches in length, and he's flipping it through his fingers just so gracefully and elegantly. He goes, "Listen, I don't want to make this harder on anybody. I'm not looking to harm anyone. All I know is that I was tasked with just obtaining this item." And he's pointing the dagger over at you, Salithel, and he gets really up close, and you can just hear the echoing in this like almost helmet-like mask. And the glowing radiant eyes, you don't see anything that's like in the helmet. It's just really growing. It's pretty bright, actually. And he goes, "Look, You and I both know that your group took the egg. Just make it easy, hand it over, and I'll be on my way, no problem.
Hey, Karst,
Hi.
how loud can you yell?
Oh, pretty loud. You know, I was a baritone back at the clan.
At which point, almost instantaneous, he maneuvers and he actually in like just his where he's standing right in front of Sailful, he just dissipates immediately, and he's now standing behind Karst with a very small dagger right on your neck. He goes, "I would be very careful, and let's not make these things difficult. I'm not looking to kill anyone. I'm not looking to harm you guys. But I will if I have to."
You're sending conflicting messages.
I don't think it's conflicting. I just want the item and I'll be on my way. And he's holding it like right up against your neck.
I'm gonna stand still for a second, and then I'm just gonna elbow back as hard as I can just to get him off me. I don't get fucking bullied.
Okay, roll to hit.
Here we go.
And roll at disadvantage, please.
With disadvantage?
Everyone get ready to roll initiative.
Alright. That's a good
Die
first
in
one.
hand.
Good first one. That's an 18.
So the first one, so you elbow him, boom, it like hits him, and as he's elbowed, he takes it, and you just hear a little chuckle like, why do we have to do things the hard way? And he's gonna actually like take it, and he's gonna try to cut your throat.
So do we roll initiative now?
Yep.
Yeah, should we?
Roll initiative.
Okay,
Yep,
there.
roll initiative.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, that's bad.
17.
This many.
That one.
I'm not gonna do this whole look at my screen and let me be a 4-year-old to show you how much I can count to.
No,
so-
it's because I can't count.
Oh my god! All right,
10.
9.
1 minute.
I rolled higher than somebody this time.
Yeah.
So
With an initiative, with a dexterity of +2, I think I would roll sometimes good, but
I'm
almost.
kind of like anti-gaming because actually no, it's kind of still metagaming because I really want combat to level up my character, but I feel like kind of a bad fight.
I don't go by XP. I don't go by XP, so don't worry.
No, I just don't want to fight things too.
He's saying if you did, he doesn't want to fight things, but he still wants to level up his character.
Okay, so this is the current map we're in right now. I'm just gonna put you guys to kind of where you would be at this point, kind of how I envisioned it. So it's like this here.
We actually have a good name in the chat for the group, by the way.
I swear to God, if you
Society?
say like Luke sucks or Luke doesn't care, like no one cares,
Sake
I'm gonna.
Society.
The Sake Society. S for Sailafil, A for Aura, K for Karst, and E for Eva. I like it.
I kind of like that.
It's
I
nice.
kind of like that.
It's great for two reasons. Because one, Sailafil is at the front, and two, Eva's at the end.
I hate you. Best for last, I guess.
That's good.
Best for last.
That could be what you guys are called. Okay, so
Blood
this is where he is right now. All right, so first and foremost, he's going to roll an attack against you, Karst. I will say, unfortunately, he does have advantage with this, so because he had already had like prepared it, and he's right there already. Okay. Let's see. So we're gonna roll initiative. All right. So
Can anyone else not hear him?
I can hear him.
I can hear
You can
him.
hear him.
Okay.
I cannot hear him. at all, and I don't know
so
why.
it's definitely gonna hit. You can't hear me.
We can hear you.
I can hear you.
Luke, can you hear me?
Hear you? Luke's in output is just busted now. That's fun. He's speaking into the void.
Oh, he's coming back.
Oh, I can't wait for our stream to be messed up.
Oh,
for
it's all
3
messed
seconds.
up. Oh, we all swap spots.
Oh, wait.
I love it.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
Yeah. No face.
What the heck?
You're back.
All right, cool. So, all right, so this is going to be fun, Karst. All right, because this is the first time that like
is it gonna be fun for me?
It's going to be fun for me because we've
yeah.
talked about this. All right.
Everything.
So he takes out his dagger and he just plunges it right into your neck. Let's see. So it'd be a dagger. It's definitely going to have the bonus, unfortunately, on top of it. So I apologize ahead of time because it's not going to be fun for you.
Uh-oh. How's our faces, guys? Let us know in the chat. Or if you can even see my face. You're probably seeing like half my torso speak right now.
No, it's actually your
Luke's
forehead.
messing up this whole.
Oh wait, no. Over here.
Luke's messing up this whole stream.
Hi. Hi, guys. Oh wait, you can see the top of my head in Karst's thing too.
Ekka's
Oh,
egg roasters. Oh, I like that.
I'm Karst, guys.
Phrasing. Are we doing that?
Well. Yay!
Back.
Oh, and now I'm actually Karst. Now I'm back to being Saleth, though.
All right, so Karst.
We can
Let's
Luke
see.
hear us. I feel like he can't
His
hear
head.
us.
His headset definitely
It's weird because I can't hear you in Discord, but when I flip over to like
That's probably
Roll20,
what's screwing you up.
I can hear like
You should
only
turn
a
off.
couple
You
of
should turn off the audio through Roll20.
That would do it.
Mhm. I don't even think I have audio plugged into Roll20 right now.
Yeah,
It
mine's
shouldn't
supposed to be
have
turned off by
audio on
default,
there.
But
I
I've
don't know.
turned
Yeah,
it
Luke's is
all
on.
off.
I can't hear any of you.
All right, so
Um,
Karst, you unfortunately
Can you shake
Take-
your head if you can hear me?
take
Okay.
you unfortunately take 12 damage from this, and because it's more than half, I do need you to roll.
oh no.
What do we call it? What is it
I
called
think we
again?
called it
Lingering damage table or like something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
where it's.
I can't remember what we coined like a term for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was System Shock.
It's like bonus rules. That's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find that table of contents to find it. 235.
Guess that's what we're doing then. Okay.
Wounds and massive damage, I believe.
Massive damage. I'll go with that one.
Let's see.
Oh, I think yeah, we called it a massive
I got it right
damage.
here.
I think that was it.
Yeah, it's it'd be a lingering. I'm trying to think of what it's called in the actual DM's guide, so I can actually find it.
Lingering injuries, probably.
Lingering injuries,
Yeah.
mob attacks,
That sounds like it.
chases. I'm close. I know it's here,
There it is.
and it's good that Luke's going because I can look this up. Oh my gosh, it's called like lingering injuries, I think.
There's 272 and 273 of the DM's guide.
Thank you.
272.
I was close. See, we're still learning. All right, cool. Okay, so so this is obviously more than half your hit points. So we decided if it's more than half your hit points of what you got, yeah. So I need you to roll a d20 for me.
All right, no nat ones, no natty
Or, I'm
ones.
sorry. The option rule is okay. So the creature takes damage. Yep. Greater than half its hit point maximum. Yep. You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I can hear you guys again.
Got
I
it.
just think I'm just not going to open Roll20
That's a 13.
because that's when the problem started.
Okay. So at this point, the dagger gets plunged into Karst's neck, and you just see blood beginning to profusely spew out and like go all throughout the arm. And he goes, I really did not have to do this. And then you take that amount of damage, and then I need you to roll a D10 for me.
5. Very average.
Okay. Okay. So, unfortunately, Karst drops down to the ground. You are currently stunned until the end of your next turn. But blood is like profusely spilling out of you. And you right now, yeah. So that's where you're at right now. So you're currently stunned.
Cool.
All right. So now we're gonna go for the top of the order. So what was everyone's initiative?
17.
17.
13.
All right. So who had 17? Karst, right?
Yep.
And then what was next after that? 15. 13. Okay. Aura, what'd you get?
5.
And what'd you get?
10.
Eva. Okay.
I can hear you guys again.
Fantastic. That's great. Okay. So,
Luke, I died while you were gone.
Uh-oh.
So,
No,
Sorry.
almost.
I should have been there.
I'll repeat myself. Don't worry. So, at which point this individual has taken a small dagger, plunged it into Karst's neck, and he's profusely bleeding out. You see the eyes open up and like open as he drops down to the ground, face planting, as blood begins to like spew out on the streets and everything. The darker cloaked individual goes, "All right, listen. We can either fight this out, and your friend here can suffer the consequences, or you give me the item, and I'll allow you to save his life. The choice is yours." And you see as the other individuals that are like cornered in the different alleyways, like they're still looking outward. So they're not even acknowledging that you guys are there. So
Are we in initiative or what?
you guys are in initiative. So this person's turn says this, and that's his turn.
Okay.
Because he's choosing to do something, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. But he definitely chose an action, but he interacted with you guys. And
How
he's choosing
dare
to
you
do
choose something?
Hey, man, I'm a DM. Got to play as the character.
Mm.
Okay, Karst, it's your turn, man. So
ambient gurgling. That's about it.
creature is incapacitated, can't move, and can speak
Oh, I can speak. Okay.
falteringly. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against this creature have advantage.
Blah, 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 blah.
So
Don't give it to the prick. Blah, 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 blah.
Normal person than to be offered a treasure
I was
from a wizard in a bar.
so
A tavern
okay.
isn't complete
Does
without
that mean that it's my
it is now Salafil's turn. So Salafil, you look over and Karst is like kind of is still on the ground.
I'm gonna slowly start walking towards him. And
Which one, Karst or the darker individual that has like the black cloaked individual?
I mean, they're both in the same place, aren't they?
Yeah, he's just He kind of walked a little bit, over here. So I'll say this. So that will be settings. There we go. Okay, cool. So I forgot I got to do it in Roll20. All right, so right now that's the status, and now he is standing like here. Boom. So that's his movement. So he's standing like there.
All right. I'm going to start walking towards him and say, I like showboating as much as the next guy, but you just had to be a prick. And I'm going to run in between both of them, and while I do, I'm going to take my 2 attacks.
All right, go for it. He chooses the dodge action, so any attack roll has disadvantage.
All right, cool.
So go ahead and try to make attack rolls. You have disadvantage on both of them.
Short sword is a 14,
think
and then I don't get any worse. That's a 9.
Yeah, so you're swinging, and he's just kind of gracefully like moving out of the way. He's like, "Whoa, you almost got me on that one."
Yeah, there's plenty more to come, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Eva, you're up, and then Aura, you're up next.
I am going to. I have a feeling that won't work. So I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb on this guy. And I'm going to have it be acid damage. Because I feel like it.
Is it a saving throw?
No, it's roll.
Okay, go for it.
Disadvantage, right?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Until the start of the next turn, any attack roll. Yep.
Well, somehow that worked out decently well for me. That is going to be a 16.
Orb shoots out. He just like goes over his head.
Wow, higher than a 16?
That was a cool spell.
Okay.
Look, just give me the item.
Alrighty.
Go ahead, Clouds.
Okay, let's go. Well, all the guys are just like looking out in different directions, right? Like all the other guys out here.
Yeah, they're all so on the if you look on the map, you see how they're all like facing outward towards the different alleyways.
They're not gonna like this then. I'll step over here. Let's make sure it's the right distance. This way. About here.
Okay.
And I hope they like it loud because I'm casting Thunder Wave.
Oh damn! All right, go for it.
It is a Constitution saving throw, and I'm guessing like these two over here are gonna feel it. This guy and this guy.
Okay. So these two, right?
Yep.
Which one? The
Black one up here and this guy down here.
Okay, go for it.
Well, you're gonna go for it.
So hold on. So Thunder Force swoops out in front of you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you.
Yep.
So 15-foot cube. Are they both indirectly 15 feet away? So you're in between them?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. Might be. Yeah. He'll make it. This guy on the right might be a little bit out of reach, but I'll let you have it.
He moves a little bit further. He could get both of them, so it's just.
So you're rolling for it, correct? You have to roll to hit.
Oh, they have to roll to save.
Oh, saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna give the guy that's like right on the edge just advantage on it.
Oh, that's fine.
That's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. So dexterity saving throw, correct?
Yep. No, Constitution.
Constitution saving throw. Okay. Well, he does not. The one individual, the darker cloaked individual, does not have that on there. Natural 20.
Well, they'll still take damage, and the one who failed will get pushed 10 feet away from me.
And then the other one
will just take this damage.
I just rolled another natural 20 for the other one.
Oh God!
You suck. You suck.
Yes. Feel the wrath of me. Yes.
They're gonna take half damage. It's fine.
That was amazing.
How most DMs like want to help their players? I feel like Lawson's the type of person who's like the exact opposite.
You know what? Campaign 1 that we did, I was a very nice DM, but you know what? Like, you gotta replay it. Look at that. Yeah. That is amazing.
I mean, I was nice once, so now it's time for a TPK.
No, every DM hates their players. Every single one of them.
Oh, that's true.
It's a matter of fact. It's fine.
We want all of our players to feel pain and suffering, and then eventually succeed. Maybe.
Amazing. Okay, so the first one that got the natural 20. So he's go ahead and roll for damage. He's succeeded, but Did
That's
we didn't we
14.
agree that if you roll a natural 20 on its saving throw, it's half of what the damage is already halved, correct?
Half of
Did we say
half.
that? Half of half, right?
Yeah, so it's fourthed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
before
so-
then.
Remember this?
So how much damage for the first one?
14, cut down to 7, cut down
Yeah.
to 4.
No.
Yeah.
So it was you rolled 14 damage, correct?
Yep.
So that's halved.
Yep. To 7.
So 7. Okay. So he took 7 damage. So with a loud so you hear a loud
Boom.
force boom throughout the whole thing.
Audible up to 300 feet away.
Echoes. You hear
Wow.
eruption ensue, and this individual looks down at you and goes, "That wasn't a good idea."
Well, and I transform into a giant hyena. What do you want from me?
Oh my god.
Yeah!
Oh my
Hi.
god.
It's the wild shapes! Woo!
I used most of my spells against Salafel, so this is all I got.
See if I can-
Nice.
That's amazing. Let's see. What would be the closest thing to it?
Don't worry, Karst. After you get the snot beat out of you, you get to go have a drinking contest after this.
Also,
Oh,
lots
right.
of these barrels and stuff
Drink
are
the pain
flying everywhere.
Huh?
They've been pushed
Hey.
away. All these barrels and things and carts, they've been sent flying.
Yeah. So, Karst, Salithal, and this individual. So this individual is going to get knocked, pushed back 10 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he gets pushed back over here. Karst gets pushed back too, correct?
Wait.
That was
If
only
they fail, they get pushed away. If they pass, then
Yeah.
they're fine.
Yeah. They both pass, so they don't get
Well,
pushed.
loose things get pushed away, though.
Yeah, the carts and everything over there just get like thrown over to the ground. You see in this like slam, which was once music and dancing and enjoyment over at the Dancing Basilisk over here. You hear the music stop. And Finra are like, "What was that?" They go to open the door, and you hear as the door is not opening to the front of the tavern. To at which point. That's the end of your turn, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's go.
This individual, so walks over here to Karst, takes out his dagger, and let's see. All right, it's an advantage. It's attack roll advantage. Okay. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit, yeah.
Like,
That is 7 points of damage.
And I am unconscious.
Yeah, so he walks over to Karst, takes out his dagger, and just like on the other side of his neck goes, "We'll send this message to you for. Just hand it over. We will return." And he pulls the dagger out.
Oh wait, I don't go unconscious. Sorry, I forgot I have a racial trait. I dropped to 1 hit point.
half orcs, baby.
Yeah,
Half orcs.
Yeah.
He okay. So at that point, the individuals and all of them are like turned back around. All of them disappear.
Did the
So-
tavern doors open?
He is going to Misty Step
I love that.
as a bonus as a bonus action away from you guys, so you guys don't see him actually. And then these other individuals also Misty Step out of the way as well. So you guys are now out of initiative.
Well, that's scary. They can all Misty Step.
So I recover from being stunned.
You are still stunned, but someone would need to do a medicine check on you to ensure that you are not going to bleed out. Because at this point, you're losing a lot of blood.
But I'm not
He's now
unconscious,
stabbed you
right?
on both ends. You're not unconscious. You're not unconscious, but you're definitely not feeling.
I thought at
too
the end
hot
of my
right now.
next turn, I am not stunned anymore. So like after
Yeah.
6 seconds.
So the end of your next turn, that just means when
6 seconds
he
from
gets to
then.
go.
Yeah.
He was after Karst. He was after the guy in the initiative order. He would have been stunned.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Absolutely
Yeah, so
by
you're
Hunter.
not. You're sorry. You're not stunned anymore. That's correct.
Okay. While I'm like still like bleeding out and like grappling at my neck, I'm gonna just like whisper, "Please, for the love of God, fucking not now!" And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
You cast Cure Wounds, and it's really cool as like the blood that had like poured out of you actually begins to like go back into your body, but like there's like small debris that's still staying on top of like on the ground. So it's literally just your blood and moving in, and it does begin to heal. I do need to have you roll a medicine check because of where the location of it was.
Yeah, sure.
Pretty low DC considering there's nothing around you and you're literally right here. So
Can I run over and aid him with that check?
sure, absolutely. You run over. You're also putting pressure on it as well.
That's a 19.
So you're stabilized. The wounds begin to heal. You are still spitting out, like you have a mouthful of blood. You're still spitting it out a little bit, but you're feeling a little bit better.
I'm gonna slowly
Karst.
stand up and brush myself off, like splatter the blood onto the floor. Sorry, you guys had to see
The
that.
door to the tavern swings wide open, and you just see a ton of drunken individuals, soldiers, townsfolk, all holding swords, and a few of them actually holding up their glasses of beer, going, "What was that?"
I'm
What
gonna
was
beat
that?
hyena before they try to stab me.
Okay. As they're coming running out, you look over and seeing them, you immediately switch back. And it's instantaneous. It's very fast.
That's good.
Okay.
That was something.
Yeah, what a fucking prick, huh?
I said.
Shifty bastard.
Freaking bullies, man. They never change. Ugh. I feel disgusting. I need to change.
Are you all right? Are you all right for now?
Oh, me? Yeah, just a flesh wound. I'm okay.
You got
I'm a
stabbed
little
in the
tired.
neck.
I can go for a nap.
I don't know what I would do if I lost. Never mind.
Hey. So passing by the huge difference in skill level between us, apparently, because he just walked by everything we threw at him. How about we deal with the giant angry mob of people that we probably just ruined their tankards because they're made of like sugar, and let's go find a place to sleep where we don't get stabbed.
As you're saying this, all of them are looking around and going like, "You guys okay? We heard a loud boom." And a few of them are kind of looking around. One guy who's not even wearing clothes at this point because he's like, "I will find them." He's just sprinting down the street with like 2 ale in his hands. Finn and Vin are kind of I begin to approach you, and one of them is like shaking his head and goes, Finn walks up to your group and goes, "Well, what happened? Did we heard a loud bang?" And they look over and see that their cart is like tipped over
Oh my
and all
God.
the stuff is on the ground, and they're like, "Ah,
Yeah.
We were
Attack
attacked.
us.
We were attacked.
by who?"
I don't know. Some
No idea, man.
bastard wouldn't tell us his name or reveal himself.
They said they were sending a message and ruined your vegetables. I'm sorry.
Your
Oh,
cabbage
the
is
veggies.
gone.
Man, I can't believe it, guys. I mean, what? Like, there's no. And they're like looking around to see if there's like any evidence of like fighting or anything, and they're looking around. They look over at Carson. They're going, "What the hell happened to you?" And they see like there's like blood, like fresh blood stain.
I like how they're
it's like
looking
still-
everywhere else except for the one guy who's injured.
Yeah, they gave me a little something
my
to remember
God.
them by. Well, oh, don't worry. It's worse. It looks worse than it is. You know.
Yeah, because
Vin all of a sudden looks over at you and just drops back. One of the guys is still standing behind him, talking to his buddy, and kind of realizes, oh, hold on, Vin, it's okay, man. Finn walks closer up to you. Karsten goes, what happened?
Well, you see, he had a pointy thing, and the pointy thing went into the fleshy thing, and this happened. And while I'm rubbing it, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on it again, just to try and clean it up a little bit.
And
then I almost went.
Have this wet thing that we like living things need to keep living.
And then I almost went asleep. I almost went sleepy by.
Almost had a really good nap.
And you all of a sudden, everyone hears the of this chainmail beginning to rattle and get closer and closer to you guys. Finn and Vin immediately go, all right, everyone, hurry, get back inside, hurry, let's go. Do you guys follow?
I will follow.
I'll
I would
hobble
rather
behind.
not get done.
I'm going to like leisurely walk.
Oh, great.
Okay.
He's gonna get
So everyone's like hustling inside, going really fast, and Salathal's leisurely walking, and Finn is like, come on, hurry. I'm gonna have you roll athletics check for me. Or stealth check for me. Stealth check.
I'm better at that, but I haven't been rolling great tonight.
But I wouldn't say you're not trying to be. There's really like you're in the middle of the street, so I wouldn't say it's a stealth check as much as like athletics check. Like you need to run in there, but like it's your if you still want to walk leisurely, it's up to you.
I'm just looking, and I'm just like I'm following them, but I'm just like looking to see like what it is, you know?
Okay. Yeah. So roll a stealth check for me, and then I will roll versus your passive perception.
Stealth is a 12 because I can't roll higher than 10 on my dice.
Okay, so as you're like beginning to like walk back inside, you're definitely inconspicuous because of just like kind of your demeanor, like you're looking curious and stuff. So as the guards approach, they see you, but they're not suspicious of you. To which point the captain of the guards steps down and begins to like walk over towards the area, which is past the tavern of where they had originated from the sound. He does look over in terms of the ground and he sees that, you know, a couple cards are flipped over and everything. He begins to examine it a little bit. I'm going to have him roll an Arcana check. Okay. At which point, you know, he knows that this is a magical thing. And looking around and seeing, and he sends a few guards down the alleyways. You then are in the tavern. Everyone is still really quiet than they normally are. And Finn is going, Vin, wake up. And you slapping him, his brother, across the face. Finally, Vin is like, and everyone's really quiet in the tavern. And Finn goes, everyone, come on, let's go. And he's like, play the music. And then the music starts to going. Everyone's like, yeah, okay. All right. And everyone's trying to be more inconspicuous. One guy's just like, he starts just throwing daggers at the wall. He's like 4 or 5 who runs over, grabs them. There's still music and everything going on. You guys are still nowhere near the entrance, at which point you hear a knock on the door. And Finn obviously walks over and answers it. The captain stands in front of him and goes, did you hear anything that went outside? Yes, Captain. I did. We went out there. Our cars just flipped over. We looked around to see who it was. We did not see anything. Gotcha. What's your passive perception score, Karst?
Mine is 14. Okay.
So you're turned around, not facing it, but you are listening in the conversation. He goes, oh, well, if you see anything, you'll let us know, right? He goes, of course, Captain. Happy to do that. Do you or your soldiers need anything to eat? I can bring some stuff over and outside for you guys. Really, really appreciate it, Finn. We're all right. Thank you. All right. Well, listen, you're always welcome here. Yeah, I know. I am. Appreciate it. The door shuts, and Finn kind of looks back, and he's like, his back is like up against the door. He's putting his arms against it. He's like, all right. And to which point he signals over to Vin, and Vin is actually putting a table together with 6 seats. So there's a booth. Actually, we'll say there's like a table with a booth, like almost kind of like a booth, but there's chairs over there. It's up against the wall near the back corner of where you guys are sitting, and he gestures over and says like, "Hey, let's talk." You all 4 of you sit down, and Finn sits down as well. He looks at E4 and goes, "Okay, you guys need to tell me exactly what happened."
I have a question first, and I am addressing the rest of the group. Why don't we just tell them exactly what happened? We were attacked. We know the top brass. Why is this an issue of subtlety?
Because I don't think that they, and I don't know if there's any way for me to tell, because they don't know about the item, right?
The tavern guys don't know about the item, but the brass does.
Yeah.
Which is why it's a question for me. The brass knows why we're here. The brass knows why we're attacked. It would be in the brass's best interest to keep us alive for their political gain. Why aren't we talking to them? Why did we run away from the people who are very literally keeping us protected in this town while everything's supposed to be cooling down?
I panicked.
I think he's onto something.
Let's just go talk to the commander.
Finn is sitting there, and he goes, "Look, it's none of my business, but I just look. When we hear these types of things happen in our town, I mean, this is a very military-heavy city. I would highly recommend that you guys, if you were attacked, to go speak with the commander about this. If you decide not to, I would like to know what happened so I can at least be on the same page with my story."
Feeling you'll be fine. They don't really care about you. They care about us and something that we have with us.
Screw you, man. They definitely care about it. Like, their soldiers come in here, they get food, we take care of them. What do you mean they don't care about us?
I'm sorry. The people that attacked us don't care. They don't care to attack you. Your soldiers, I'm sure, care about you.
How would you know that? For all we know, they could literally be seeing that you went into this place of business, and they could be looking for you.
I'm sure they are looking for us. I'm very explicitly sure they're looking for us.
Look, I think it's best that you guys need to figure out what your guys gonna doing. We'll have a round of ale for you 4 and a meal, but at which point you guys need to either get somewhere else in the city or go see the commander. But I don't think lingering here would be the best of interest for anybody.
Always one for drink.
I could fucking
drink.
use it.
Yep. Habit, I guess.
All right, around. Settled.
So we're going to the commander after this.
All right. So you guys sit there, you're eating, drinking it. The other townsfolk, they just didn't know really what the noise was. They thought it was loud. They saw you guys out there and just didn't really know what to think of it. So they don't really know too much about it. After a few moments pass, where are you guys deciding to go? You have a place to stay, which I think I told you, which was like close by the commander's tower. There's like a little area where you guys can stay in.
Yeah.
Not in the tower, but just like to the side. But it's completely up to you.
I think that we should talk to the commander and then probably see if we can still stay over there.
Mm-hmm.
think that's a good idea.
I like living in places where important people live, because important people have very good security systems.
That's true.
Okay. So you guys make your way back to where you're staying.
Yeah.
Okay. You're headed over there. You see the military that are moving around and everything. One of which sees your group, just a couple soldiers, and they, head your way. And be like, hey, everything good with you guys? Everything good? They're at a distance. They're not super close. They're just like, hey guys, everything good? You need anything?
Yeah, let's go to the commander's tower, please.
Oh, well, Commander's indisposed at the moment. She's currently has company, so unfortunately she won't be able to meet with you guys tonight. But first thing in the morning, absolutely.
I'll wait.
Outside or
We'll wait in our rooms, thank you.
Okay. Listen, we'll come get you in the morning. That's not a problem. But yeah, we'll definitely help you. No worries. We'll pick you up in the morning. We'll bring you over to her.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Never thought Al Wake would sound threatening, but okay.
He seemed like a nice soldier. He didn't, he's not looking
seemed
too
like
much
he
in
was-
detail.
He seemed like he was scared of Salafel.
Yeah.
I don't think he really understood Salafel, but anyway, you guys get to your keep. You open the door. There's nice area. It's a living quarter. It's just one floor. There's no upstairs, downstairs. Just one general area. There's
How many bedrooms are there?
it's just an open room.
Oh, it's just an open room. There's no bedrooms.
Yeah, there's no beds. There's a table. There's 4 beds that are currently in there. So
All right. Is there like there are tables in there, right?
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to climb on top of the table and just like not sit on like the bench part, but just like on the actual table part. I'm gonna sort of like fold my legs into each other and like lean forward and say, "So let's kind of talk about what we're doing, huh? We're here to save the whatever, right? And we're here for your book club, but we're gonna get stabbed for it."
Well, some of us have already gotten stabbed for it, just to be clear.
I apologize. But we've gotten stabbed for it.
The golden dragon egg is more important than probably all of our lives combined.
I beg to differ.
I don't know if you have the authority to make that decision, Eva. I like you, but
If Louisa and the king of this land say that it is, then it has to be quite important. I'm not high enough in the ranks to know every piece of classified information, but I know for a fact that if they are saying this, that it is that important.
So, sorry if I don't agree with somebody else's opinion that my life is less worthwhile than something that can be, thrown around and
I
juggled.
don't like it either. I don't like how my life could be in danger. But there's not much that we can do. We have to protect it.
Yeah, but I like being promised safety. And when we were promised safety, it doesn't really do well that we got stabbed like 2 hours later, right? That's kind of why I want to have like a frank conversation with the commander in the town and sort of, deciding whether or not we're going to be staying in house arrest, whether or not the town is truly safe, if we're going to have guards all the time. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't like walking around with guards. I don't like gallivanting with authority either. But if I'm going to be carrying something that makes me a walking target, I would like to be able to, put up a shield in front of myself. That one that isn't made of meat. And I look over at Karst again.
Just because we have guards, and just because that we're high in numbers, and just because I know that we're all powerful, doesn't mean that we're still safe. I know that we could probably talk to them and get still some safety, but I know that the bounty on it is really high, and I'm just I. I'm scared.
Well, that kind of makes all of us then. All right. First thing in the morning, I think we'll stay the way that we've been. Stay together, watch each other's backs, make sure that none of us, wake up with a knife in our chest in the morning. Talk to the commander, and I think either stay with some guards or move on faster, put some more distance between us and Titus's seat of power. The further away they get, the longer his lapdogs have to chase us, and we also get more protection and closer towards positions of power in your city, right? And I don't want to leave you two out of the conversation, Karst, or Karst especially. You got stabbed today. I feel like I'd be pretty invested in how things are going. But these are my thoughts and what I think that we could possibly do.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. If we have a choice in the matter, I say fuck the egg. Let's get rid of it. Let's give it to somebody who can take care of it. Because this is just a henchman or something. If we're having this much trouble with someone like that, then I don't know how we're gonna stand a chance. But if it's on us, it's on us. I mean, look, I know we haven't all known each other for that long, but I trust Eva's judgment. And if she thinks that this really is that important, we'll make do with what we've got. It's gotten us this far.
There's a chance that we could. No, I was gonna say that maybe we could ask Louisa if she would come with us, but she has her duties here at the town, so I'm not sure if we can ask her to leave her post, but possibly one of our higher ups could join us, so that way we could maybe have some more protection over just a couple of guards.
I gotta be honest, I don't really want to go on a field trip with an owl bear. How do you feel, Clouds?
Well, yes, it's our responsibility, to protect the egg. I know it's important. So says all the higher ups. But the question isn't the importance of the egg, it's that if we can really protect it, is what our real issue is. So whether it's us either finding more protection for the egg on our journey there, or we actually hand out to people who can actually protect it. That's what our main issues are.
I think that even handing off the egg wouldn't necessarily solve our problems. They know that we were the people that took it. We would be their last point of contact. So even
I think
if
they're going to come after us either way.
Yeah, and if they're going to come after us either way, I'd rather hand it off to the king myself and get a little bit of recognition for all the danger I put myself in. So I'm personally a fan of just going straight towards our howdy doody finish line here, hand it off to his royal pleasantry himself, and then go on a field trip for some boots, something a little bit lower stakes. Be nice.
I can get behind that. Accelerate the plan a little.
I think that's our best bet.
So let's
ironic.
I can take first watch. I'd like to talk to Commander Lisa in the morning, Let her know that her hospitality has been very appreciated, but somewhat soured by the fact that one of my mates got stabbed. So, this sound like a plan? All right. I'll take first watch. Get some shut eye. I'm gonna need it later.
Okay. For
Before
the sake of time,
I was,
go, sorry.
I was just gonna say before I go to
You're good.
sleep, I'm gonna just write a little letter. I'll let you know what it says later, but I'm just going to write a little letter and send it off with my falcon.
Yeah, so Falcon arrives from outside. You call to it. Takes a few moments, but it arrives, and then you put the letter in. Goes off. Are you gonna attune to the
The ring?
I figured that I wouldn't be allowed to attune and keep watch at the same time, so I'm going to take my watch, wake somebody else up, have them take their watch, and I'll attune while they're doing their watch.
Okay. For the sake of time, nothing happens. There's guards around in the city. You guys are in a locked building. Sake of time, nothing happens. You guys all get a full rest. You do attune to the ring.
Okay.
At which point it's now morning. A guard comes up to your door. Excuse me, guys. I was told to pick you up and bring you over to Commander.
All right.
Sounds
good.
Anybody home?
Oh, sweet.
I'll walk up to it and I'll knock. Dun, dun, dun. Hello.
And we're up.
I knocked at the door first. I'm just making sure that you guys are here.
Who is it?
I knocked on your door. Do you not understand how these things work?
Hello. Are you ready for us yet?
Oh my god. It's ridiculous. Alright, listen. I will escort you to the commander right now. Let's go.
And then I'll finally open the door and be like, "Oh, cool. All right, yeah, we're ready to go."
Imbecile. Turns around. He escorts you. So already standing outside is Commander Louisa. And standing next to her is an individual that you recognize immediately. It's Captain Dort.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, welcome. Hey. And he comes running over and like immediately like runs over to Eva. Eva! Like, how
Captain
you been?
Dorm, it's great to see you. Thank you for the promotion.
Anything for you? You're great. And he like rubs like the top of your hair, like messes it up completely. Right. Gars,
It's kind
you look over next to
Fix it
him
a little bit.
and Salazar is also standing next to him. He goes, "Guys, listen. I've been giving it much thought, and I really think that you should join the Silver Eagles." And then Salazar just pokes him, and he's like, "The Silver Falcons. You should join the Silver Falcons."
You said
Any thoughts? Yeah, you.
It's cost.
You're a big guy. You should join us.
I am a big guy. You're right. Ava, we're gonna be partners.
Well, if you still want to accomplish your dream,
Oh,
it
you're
may
right.
be a good way of.
First of all, I'll do it. Second of all, can I go to school?
Let's go. Salazar, see, I'm the best at recruitment. Oh, you want to go to school? What school do you want to go to?
Well, I was told there were schools of magic, and I think something like shadow magic. The thing here's the thing, right? Like, I want to teleport. I want to be able to, what's the word? I want to be able to not disintegrate. I don't want to disintegrate. I want to be able to apparate. That's the word I'm looking for.
You want to evaporate?
Apparate.
He
Wait,
wants
do I
to
know
be
a word
able
you don't
to
know?
move from one place to another place just with magic.
Salazar's like,
He wants to learn Misty Step.
Oh, okay.
Understand.
Well, we have that. We have a scroll for that, don't we? Salazar's like,
Yes, we do. We definitely do. It would take him time to study it, but we can definitely do it. It'll be great.
all right. No problem. This, and then he puts his arm around Ayumi and goes, listen, that thing that we have, the egg.
Yes.
You're gonna need to hand that over to me. I kinda need it.
I will, but first, is it alright if I ask why?
Yeah, well, you kind of made a fuss back in Twendel, and, well, to put it simply, we are gonna have to give that back.
But what? It's important. You told me to protect it with my life. I mean,
You did you did a fantastic job, but there are other things at work here, and we just,
can I
in the best interest of everyone, you know?
can I roll an insight check to see if this is really Dorn? Well, that's a 19.
Ooh.
So, when speaking to Captain Dorn, you are looking at him, and as he's talking, you hear his voice start to change just a little bit, just the tone. And your instincts are that this doesn't sound like something Dorn would do. So you don't feel like it's him.
Can I look over at Luisa and Salazar and and see if it's really them as well?
Sure. So you look over at Salazar. Louise is kind of farther away.
Okay.
But
Do I have to
you guys
roll
are
again?
approaching Louisa. Inside check for Salazar.
That's an 18.
Yep. Salazar is who is exactly who it is. The tone of voice, everything. You don't get any sort of vibe that he's different.
All right. Hey, do you mind if you call me the nickname that you always call me?
Well, so of course, I totally will. And I'm gonna roll a history check.
Would you like to know something as a DM?
I don't think I remember the nickname, to be completely honest.
It's because there is no nickname.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, did I misread something? Did I forget something?
That's why I wanted to tell you as a DM. There is no nickname. I'm just tricking him to see if he tries something.
So,
Calling a Riza Hawkeye, like from FMA.
Shut up! I know I am. You don't think? See, people don't get this about me. I watch so much anime. I just steal ideas from it.
it's just there's so many great things you can do. Like there are so many amazing NPCs that I've made based off of anime characters, and it's just so awesome.
I know,
like,
just like
the one that you just ran into. The personality is exactly of someone who I love as a character. But anyway, so Dorn goes, "Oh yeah, yeah, Silver Feather, you know."
I'm just going to, without like giving any indication, I'm going to just immediately cast Chromatic Orb.
Go for it.
All right, and this is going to be fire damage.
Oh shit! All right, go for it.
Oh, fire.
That was really good. Okay.
Maybe he had a ring or something
That's-
to protect him from it.
That's gonna be a dirty 20.
All right. So you cast out chromatic orb. This is lightning fire. It just explodes like right into his face. You see at which point that Dorn's face all of a sudden stops, and standing in front of you is a elf, and it's Rin.
Ooh.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
How dare you?
Hey!
For your information, I dealt 9 damage to her. She better take that 9
Okay,
damage.
nine damage.
Of fire.
A lot. Wow.
Yeah, it singes her face and everything. At which point it resembles an elf feature, and what was an illusion, it is now no longer. And you see as the fire burns the side of her skin and everything, and she drops down to the ground, looking up at you, realizing the peril that she's in at this point. The guards begin to swarm around her. And realizing that she's an imposter, Commander Louisa walks up and goes, "Cuff her now." You see as the weapons are pulled from her and thrown to the ground, a couple other soldiers are beginning to pick it up. They cuff her, and as she walks and leers at your group with a menacing smile, Salazar looking in complete shock at this point, not knowing where Captain Dorn is right now. Your group stands there, and that is where we'll end tonight's session, with you guys walking into the basement of Captain Louisa's tower.
Oh god.
Sorry, Commander Louisa's tower. Into the basement.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh god, we're gonna.
I am
Holy
so
crap.
excited.
Oh, Ren. Oh my god.
You're excited? I'm scared. I'm nervous.
I am loving this. I am so excited to do this. I have
Dude,
so many questions already bubbling at the top of my head.
I'm freaking out. But more importantly,
So,
what the hell? Why'd you call me out like that? Why couldn't you just let me have a cool moment? So that way, the people who haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which you should watch it if you haven't, but like, come on, man.
You should just let me do the thing from the show. Also, watch the show so you'll be able to catch my next references. What?
Exactly. For the people who put in effort and actually watch the show, then they can get it and be like, oh, that's like a Hawkeye thing.
Oh, you mean
so
like
for those of you who continued watching us during the stream, I just want to say thank you for dropping in. We really appreciate it. And we will be picking up next week as the story unfolds. So thank you.
Yeah. Woo! That's my level up, Lawson.
Is that the sign off? All right, we're done.